Hi everyone, this is Shoshanah Shear and I'm excited to share day 12 of my 30-day challenge. This specific challenge is working on improving my Be a Happy Mom website. I had a couple of interruptions, but I'm back on track and making strides, and I thought I'd share a little bit more of how I'm progressing along this 30-day challenge. Some of what I've been doing behind the scenes, I've done quite a bit of brainstorming, some journaling and consulting around whether and how to merge my two websites into one. At this stage, it looks as though I'm going to be keeping both websites. I'll be shifting my focus to have most of the activity happening on my online store, but I do still have certain services that are happening on my Be a Happy Mom website, and I'm going to be continuing my blog and of course sharing my videos and journals and workbooks and other books as they come into being. I have ideas of some online courses that I hope to share through this website as well. So those are some of the things that will be happening, some planning of where we're going and perhaps why I'm keeping two websites. If I get to change further down the line, then that'll be future progress. But for now, I'm keeping it as the two websites. I've completed about 60% now of the WordPress.org tutorial for beginners. And I've got to complete the section that is all about the creating part of your website. The next section is about SEO and so on, and doing backups and security of the site, which I hope to complete, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a few minutes. Along the way, I encountered some differences between what I was seeing in the tutorial and what I saw on the back end setup of my website. So this was a little bit confusing, and to overcome this, I'd found a YouTube tutorial that was using the theme that I've chosen to use, and I worked through the amount up until the adding of the about page, so working on the home page, and that gave me a couple of ideas of things that I could do that I hoped would fill in the gaps of what was different to what I was learning in the WordPress.org tutorial. And then I consulted also with Copilot, one of the AI assistant tools. With the AI's help, I also managed to create a beautiful color palette. I wasn't quite finding the right style that would give the colors that I was hoping to use on my theme. And fortunately, through lots of discussion and receiving some very nice graphics from Copilot, one of the reasons that I enjoy using Copilot is it's coming up with creative graphics, quite fun quite often, and this helped me to come up with a slight change, a slight variation to the color palette that I was going to use. I'm thrilled with how it's turned out, and here's a graphic that shows the suggestion that Copilot had offered to me of working with my color palette. It gave me a couple of ideas, and looking a bit further with the styles, I was able to find a style that does suit what I'm wanting to, the feel and the mood that I'm wanting to create on my website. So after making several adjustments, I'm happy to report that my website is finally showing some improvement. There's still quite a bit of work to be done, but I'm starting to feel quite a lot more confident and motivated, and I feel as though now I'm starting to master the difficulties that I had. I really hope I'm going to be able to improve some of the issues that I see at the moment. At present, I've identified 10 tasks that I need to complete. For example, adding 2 buttons, updating our book page. Once these are done, I hope to complete the rest of the course of the WordPress.org tutorial, and then reevaluate and see what further I need to do on my website. Here's a capture that I have for you of the top section of my front page, and I'd be interested to hear from you what you think about my website. if you've seen my website before, you'll see that there are slight variations and changes to how it looked before, and obviously adjustments as I'm transitioning from having worked in person to now doing far more on the online space. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on my progress, and whether you're following along with your own 30-day challenge. Let me know what you're working on and what progress you've made. If you have any tips or suggestions for improving my website, I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Stay tuned for more updates. I do need to get to improving my other website, but that'll be my next 30-day challenge. So with that, I hope that this will bring me further towards working on completing this Be a Happy Mom website, and at least getting it to the stage where I can now start putting up some more information on my blog again. One thing I will say, I haven't forgotten, in my previous video about the start of my 30-day challenge, I did mention that I would share some of what I was learning about other websites, in other words, on other platforms that are not WordPress. For now, I decided that to try and keep it shorter, I would stick to what I'm doing related to my own website. If anybody has questions, or they would like me to share something of some information I discovered about the other platforms, then let me know. If not, I'll be continuing along the track of trying to shorten these videos and keep it to my own progress. And with that, I'm very interested to hear what you have to say and to get back to completing my website. So I wish you a very pleasant day, and I love to hear what you're working on and what your challenge is, what your 30-day challenge is that you're working on. Have a very great day and keep in touch. Bye for now.